All right, we're going to talk about 3 fights on this main card, even though the entire thing is just absolutely stacked. Let's start with our first fight, Ian, between Michael Chandler and Dustin Poirier. It's the 3rd bout on the UFC 281 pay-per-view.
It's going to be an exciting one, a lot of action, as we know. Michael Chandler, Dustin Poirier, they bring it. But here, I think the 3 rounds is going to favor someone like Michael Chandler, who doesn't have to take his foot off the gas, that power. And he said something that is sticking in my brain. I'm not going for fight of the night. I need this win. I need to get my hand raised. Maybe he wrestles. Probably doesn't. I hope he does. With Dustin, we haven't heard a whole lot. So for me, I think Chandler's aggression, I think that power and that pace may be too much, and he's the underdog in this fight. I like Chandler.
Okay, Anthony, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think that Chandler's, if he's looking for a win, I would favor him just with at least mixing in the wrestling. Like, I know you don't want to, but give him the threat. Give him something else to think about. And instead of, because if you're just boxing out there with Dustin Poirier, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. He's a southpaw. He's got weird angles. He's got a weird rhythm, different timing, big power in his hands. If you're Michael Chandler, you don't want to get into another fight of the night. You got to get a win.
Paul?
He's going to go out there and he's going to try to have a fight of the night because that MSG crowd is going to be too much, and he's going to.
He didn't convince you.
No. Have you seen the man fight before?
Yeah, but maybe,
he threw a front kick from hell right to the chin of Tony Ferguson out of nowhere. That's the kind of fight. And listen, he could get it done even doing that. He could get it done being wild and being Michael Chandler. But I just think that the boxing skills and Dustin Poirier, if he gets into his rhythm and finds just that slick boxing, I think he's going to be too much. And I think he could potentially put him away.
Okay, we're split up here in that 3rd bout on our pay-per-view. But, Ian, what about our co-main event? Do you see Carla Esparza winning by decision, or do you see Zhang Weili winning by knockout?
This is either a gift from the gods or this is a huge trap. I think Zhang Weili wins this fight. You know, when you have someone like Carla Esparza that is not known for her striking, her wrestling, there's no predictability factor there. People are going to say, oh, but Rose took down Zhang Weili with ease. That's because Zhang Weili had to worry about Rose's striking. The kicks, the combinations, the angles, everything here, she doesn't have to worry about that. She's been with Henry Cejudo and Captain Eric. I think she stops the takedowns. I think the power of the striking is too much. I think Zhang Weili finishes her inside the distance.
I'm going Zhang Weili. I don't think she's going to stop all the takedowns, though. I just don't think that's possible because she's going to be spamming them. They're going to come often. They have to. So I do think it's going to go a little longer than we expect. It's going to be more competitive than I think a lot of us, myself included, have probably even said on air. We got to put a little more respect on Carla Esparza's name. I do think Zhang Weili, with her physicality, is going to be a little too much to handle, and I think she's going to shy away from some of those wrestling exchanges because she's going to get hit on the way out. She's going to get hit on the way in.
Yep.
She's going to get hurt while she's in there. I think it's going to be tough.
Yeah, I agree. I think that she's going to punish her for all those takedown attempts, whether it be elbows, knees, or just grinding on her. And if she gets on top at any point with the ground and pound that Zhang Weili is capable of, I agree with Ian. I think she's going to get her out of there.
Well, Zhang Weili hopes to add her name to the 2-time title holders list, which is very short, but Carla Esparza is on it. All right, Ian, in our main event, Last Style Bender versus Stone Hands. In this one, do you see Pereira winning by knockout?
I don't. I think Israel Adesanya gets this done by decision. I think he's going to fight this way he fought Cannonier. I think he's going to respect the power. I think people are getting too lost in this storyline of him losing the kickboxing fights. The first one, I thought Izzy won by decision. The second one, he was up 2-0. He got knocked out with that one hook. But I can't take away from the body of work he's done compared to only 3 fights that we've seen Pereira done. There's been no adversity. No one's taken him down for more than a round. To me, this is Izzy. Unless he gets rocked, he points his way to victory.
Yeah, I think he's going to win the technical striking game. He's always going to win that because I think he's just the technically better striker. Obviously, Alex is the more powerful one. So as an analyst, when I'm looking at these, I can't bet that Alex is going to get lucky. I can't bank on that. I got to look at it. You got to look at the film, and Izzy is the more technical striker that's been doing this for a longer time. He's going to be comfortable in MSG in these big spots on pay-per-view when it matters. So I got to go with the safe bet, and that's Israel Adesanya.
Yeah, I'm in agreement here. We're making this too easy, guys.
I know. I wish we could argue.
You know what? I'm going to change my opinion. I think that Israel Adesanya is going to use his footwork. I think he's going to do kicks from the outside, attack the body, attack the legs. I think he'll be aggressive in the moments if he's countering, but again, I think he's going to use his footwork, use that movement, and stay at distance. I see a decision for Israel Adesanya.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.